I had a good upbringing. I um I grew up the only child at first, the oldest. I was raised by my mother with help from my grandmother. A nice middle class family. I grew up in Roxbury of the Boston area, and I did good in school growing up, like elementary school, middle school. And as I got older, my dad wasn't around as much. He was in and out of prison. And as I got older, I kind of migrated a little bit to my father's side of the family with my grandmother and my grandfather because all of my father's sisters and brothers had a lot of kids. I didn't have no siblings, so I spent a lot of my time over there. But growing up as a kid, it wasn't too hard for me. It's just I had some good influences as far as like my mom, my grandmother on my mother's side. It was like the best of both worlds. I mean, he was a good man when he was there, when he was around. We had a great relationship. It's just the absence, like it was like a lot of lack of guidance when he was not there. But we did a lot of things. Like when I was a kid, he loved cooking. He used to teach me to do karate, and in karate, you kind of learn discipline and stuff like that. He used to teach me how to drive. He used to teach me how to drive a standard. So I was learning how to drive a stick when I was like 15 years old. And a lot of things he taught me, it wasn't all bad. Wasn't that good in basketball, so I can't say that. But we used to shoot hoops sometimes. Um, on my grandmother's side though, my grandmother, she was, she's like a godly woman. We always went to church every Sunday. That's one thing we did do that was positive over here. We went to church. We sung in the choir. We tried to learn how to play some instrument, like the drums and stuff like that, being in Sunday school. We used to go fishing too, a lot. My grandmother loved fishing. She used to take all her grandkids out to fishing. We used to go to Hogan's Pond and stuff like that. We used to do a lot of barbecues and cookouts. They were very family oriented. That's one thing that's been instilled in me since I was a kid on both sides of my family. Both sides of the family always put family first. We always interact with each other. We always help each other out. That's one thing that I can't say. On my mom's side, my uncle, he's an electrician. It's my great uncle. This is my mother's uncle. He used to show me a lot of stuff. Like he taught me a little bit about the electrical trade. Growing up as a kid, since I was in middle school, we used to travel the country a lot. Like we'll do a road trip and we'll go to Florida. Let's say we're going to Disney World. We'll stop in a lot of the states and do a lot of the tourist attractions and stuff like that. Go to the museums and learn history on our country and stuff like that.
Yeah, Daddy got a homework assignment. I need your help. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yeah.
You got colored pencils or crayons, right?
Yeah.
I need you to go find them. You know what I need you to do?
What?
You remember what Nana Pee Wee's house looked like, right? And you know what Nana Keisha's house looked like?
Yeah.
I need you to draw me a picture in color and in full detail of each house. And I want
All for the houses?
Yeah, one at a time though.
It was a very troubling time. It was difficult because I was still trying to be a dad from a distance. I mean, I was in Pennsylvania and then I was in Indiana, and it's different from being local where you can probably get visits at least 2 or 3 times a week. It was times where I wouldn't be able to see him for maybe 6 to 8 months at a time. I mean, we spoke regularly on the phone, but when I left, he was 1 year old. But me not being present on a daily basis kind of put like a wedge in the bond that I was trying to establish and build with him from the beginning.
You remember when you was a baby and we stayed there?
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that far back?
No.
Before Daddy went away to school? God bless you.
Thank you.
Now we gotta do for the banisters on the other side.
Because I was there every day before I left, and like our relationship was great. Even though he was like some kid, he was like a baby for real. He knew who I was, and we had an understanding and like a bond established. And me getting taken away for so long, 5 years is a long time. It has a huge impact on like the relationship as far as me being a dad and them going to school and seeing other kids being picked up by their fathers, and these kids are learning faster every day. And when they see his mom picking them up every day, there were a few occasions where the kids asked, like, Dayton, where's your dad? Where's your dad? And I used to tell them, even though I wasn't at school, I would tell them I'm at school learning a valuable lesson. But, you know, kids aren't stupid.
So it's 8 plus 3 more. Good job. It's 11 rooms total in there in the Pee-wee's house. That's a lot of rooms. That's a lot of rooms. All right. Now you could let's dress the house up. Nanny used to grow collard greens in the backyard.
Collard greens.
Yep, she used to grow collard greens in the backyard.
Did she used to make a garden?
She had a garden in the front yard.
Cause
Small.
that explained why all those bushes are there.
Okay. You put some red roses in my rose bush too.
Yeah, it's a conversation that I gotta have with him. I feel like when he's a little older, we picked up right where we left off upon my return, but I don't know how different things would have been if I was here from day one. You know what I'm saying?
Where's that orange at? I think we should put a nice big sun shining all
Oh
around.
yeah, the orange things. This orange.
Bam. Let me make a sun. That's the rays of the sun shine right above the house.
But he's still young though, so I feel like I can still show him the way and mold him into the person that he needs to be. But my absence, and not just for me, but for all of the people who have kids that are going through what we went through, it has a major impact. Major.
You know, Nana Pee-wee been living at that house for over 30 years.
Over
Over 30 years.
100.
No, not that long. She's not that
It's
old.
been 100 days already. It's been 100 days already, so she's
Yeah, but she was living there before I was born.
before.
And Daddy's 32.
What? Oh yeah, 'cause your birthday was the last time we went to Halloween.
Yeah.
You're lucky 'cause you get extra candy.
All of the money in the world won't amount to the moments that you're gonna miss. And you can never rewind time. Like, you can do other things, like legitimately and positive things that won't put you in a situation where you'll have to be gone for years at a time or even months at a time. Because tomorrow